Howdy. Quick story time. Sorry. I said to a woman, I'll make a video about it, so I'm just keeping my promise. By the way, my channel isn't just calling out women. It's just they take themselves so seriously that it's more insightful when they become hysterical. Now, I'm part of a survivor healing and recovery group, and I comment frequently, usually with what I consider as helpful stuff. And there was a post which was taken down, unfortunately, so I have to go by memory, but it said something like, just for laughs, empaths, what the F, in full without being censored, besides being Captain Savernark, did you do this weekend? Referring to the Easter weekend we just had. So I wrote, just for laughs, check your ego. And then other women jumped in. I upset them, and they were leaving comments to me, things like, oh, loosen up, we're just having fun, you need to take your meds, and things like, you need to get some lithium. One in particular I remember saying to, give me some of that lithium, it's hard to take you seriously. And I think I ruined the moment. Oops. And something about being like this post, the author is being high and mighty and virtue signaling, laughing at other people's expense. Now, there could be an interpretation that the author is laughing at the empath, who thinks of himself as Captain Savernark. But I don't think this is quite the case. Rather, they want to laugh at the narcissist, because to laugh at the empath, who this author probably counts themselves as one, wouldn't give them the ego boost. It seems more fitting that this empath thinks of themselves as a super being, swooping in with a cape, saving people and fixing dramas, with this mentality of, oh, what is it this time? Here I come to save the day. Empath power. Sorry, I get a bit carried away. But this is a kind of egotistical mindset that this person was coming across with. So, there's one person in particular who was making the lithium remark, and for me to take medication, decided to make a new entry post of their own, and we'll call her Laughing Princess, because she wants to have a fun time. And so she writes, as a new subject or a new topic, whatever, the people in this group should respect the fact that people are on different levels of their healing. So I guess she's referring to me being disrespectful. Some want to be in tears, as in me, because I'm the party pooper, while others can now laugh about it, so they're higher up, the ones who can laugh and gloat. Just respect the process, she leaves it with. And she gets a bunch of likes, so people like the sound of what she's saying. Right, so I hope this will be a case example where we can see the problem with laughter versus the ego. They want to laugh with the ego, and I'm laughing at the ego. And it causes the ego a big problem. Don't laugh at me. Ah, but I thought you wanted to laugh. Ah, you wanted to feel superior. That is where the issue is. So so a whole bunch of people are like, yeah, well, go sister, yeah, I'm in congruence with what she is saying. But I came in and, oh, didn't you tell me I'm not over this? As in, I'm still hurting, or was that projection and you wanted to bring me down, try hurt me? It wasn't me who was making different levels of healing an issue. From virtue, now shifting to victim. This isn't a competition. If you're genuine about healing, not for my sake, but your own, then what I said originally still applies to everyone. Check the ego. Or check your ego. That is important, because you don't want the ego to be the one in charge and needing to be defended. On the whole, I agree with your statement. Respect people's healing. Laughter is one thing, and is healthy. Be careful it's not turned into gloating. And she comes, laughing princess comes at me. I can emphasize with you, but I don't have to be down in the dumps because you are. I think the narc has rubbed off on you because you cannot control how other people feel or react. You don't know the difference between ego and being so happy that you can laugh about it now. And then she adds some more, another comment. Misery loves company, and that, my sir, will not happen here, but I understand. Respect, understand that others are not on your level of healing, and that's okay. Now, I'm not sure if she's acknowledging that I maybe progressed further in my healing, or if she's saying that if you're in the down and dumps, hey, that's okay. You could be down there if you want. You don't have to come in group when people are expressing their happiness. So she's telling me to go away. Billy the Goat, laughing princess. Didn't you just say respect people's levels? And here you are saying I'm down in the dumps. I think you are the one who is upset that you can't control how people feel. More projection. Please tell me the difference between laughter and ego. Regardless, the ego still needs to be kept in check. Wouldn't you agree? Now she's going to ignore that totally. So she replies, so why are you ranting? It's over. Now I say, Billy the Goat, apparently according to you I'm down in the dumps and in need of lithium. Now you don't want me to be part of the group. You might not realize this, but I was personally invited to this group. Laughing princess. Somebody was making a joke, referring to the original post, and you got offended. That's her opinion. That's why we here, I think she's meant to say we're here, so you started it. So she's trying to blame me. Okay, I'm blocking you, I'm tired of your mess, or just leave well enough alone. I don't know. I mean, I think her emotions are getting to her, so her communication is now breaking down. Billy the Goat, I made a point. You and a bunch of others turned it into a mess. Now you can't get your way, you want to block me. I think I now see the funny side of it. Thank you. Dang, that lithium is good stuff. Laughing princess. You told the whole group that you wasn't over whatever you went through. No, I didn't. If you want attention about your situation, make a post about it so you can get the attention you need. And then she writes, I'm glad you took my recommendation, referring to the lithium. I thought you said this conversation is over. When did I say what I went through isn't over? Don't be making things up, otherwise that would be lying. Laughing princess, we are going to end this right now. I'm done. So she starts this mess, and she now wants to put a halt to it. Right, so a little quick summary of where we're at so far. So I'm not angry with her, nor am I offended despite her jabs. Her jabs are not a threat to me. To take someone who is ludicrous seriously would be an insult. When you have a better sense of self, you realize the ego doesn't need looking after. This is one of the benefits of not trying to protect it. It goes from being a little vulnerable child to maturing. So this isn't a battle she is having with me. It is with her ego. I'm just pointing out the Emperor has no clothes on. It might sound mean finding her amusing, but if she isn't going to laugh at herself, I might as well do it for her. Even then, I'm not trying to be malicious about it. It would be nice if she could laugh along with me. My self-respect is far more important than your opinion of me. Whatever you think of me isn't what I have to live with. That's not to say your opinion doesn't matter, but it doesn't define me. That is the difference between me and her. What other people think of her matters. Try giving me a compliment and you'll see I struggle to know what to do with it. I generate my own self-esteem. That doesn't mean you can't bruise my ego. Of course you can. But I know it ain't going to kill me, and my ego along with self will be better off for it. Now, but wait, there is more. Day 2. So when I woke up, to my surprise, when I checked my messages or whatever, I see the conversation has carried on. So the Laughing Princess edited her post, so she went, "We are going to end this right now, I'm done." And then she changed it with, added to it with, "I'm going to walk away from this, LOL. I'm not trying to be right, it's an understanding." Now, enter who we'll call Observer 1, and this is how the conversation carried on. And he directed his comment towards me and said, "Lithium? Man, that's tough, LOL." And he adds another one, he directs it to the Laughing Princess. "A much bigger issue is very apparent in this dialogue." You see, so people have picked up on what is going on. And now there's an observer number 2, who is a woman. Now she directs it at Laughing Princess. You're just hurt everyone who's hurting. What's wrong? You sound like a sociopath to me." And there you have it. So Laughing Princess directing at both Observer 1 and 2. "Here to start more trouble? A friend of mine make a joke about narcs. She's at a different level of healing to where she can joke about it." No, she's not. "Then he pops up, me. Then he pops up complaining. Save the nonsense for some else. It ends here. For someone else, it ends here. If he depressed, he needs medication. Why have other be sad cause he's sad? I mean, we can emphasize better if he made a post about his sadness." So Observer 2 at Laughing Princess. It sure does end here. It sure does. I like Observer 2. Now, I thought I'd come back in. I was like, me, so Billy the Goat. "Me again, hi," with a smiley emoji. I thought this was finished. I made a comment which did not require any reply. It was not a complaint. You and some others are the ones who made it into a long conversation, complaining to me to loosen up, insulting me, attacking me, telling me to leave the group, and much, much more. I have a list. Then you are the one who wanted to shut the conversation down after blaming me. You couldn't laugh anymore, and I found it funny, which is the same place your friend is, but that suddenly isn't alright. What you fail to realize is, I laugh at your ego, not you. And by the way, I noticed your friend's post entry has now gone. Why is that? I thought laughing at people was a higher level of healing. It's just what I need to get out of the dumps, where you say I am. But now you want to say I'm depressed and need medication. Who would have thought 3 little words, check your ego, will lead to so many problems about me? Again, you want to virtue signal and say that you can emphasize with me after all of your outbursts. Is this what is meant by Captain Save-A-Narc? Considering you wanted to say the narcissist has rubbed off on me? Are you going to save me? See, I can joke. Side note. I'm not making fun of people on lithium or who are depressed, but you are the one who wanted to use it in a derogatory manner. Okay, you want me to do a post about it? How about I do a video and add it to my channel? Oh, didn't you know? I do plenty of live streams with in-depth analysis on mental health. That is how I ended up sharing what I know. Be careful what you ask for, but I think you already realize you bit off more than you can chew. Don't worry, it's all good fun, ain't it? So, who's laughing now? The Laughing Princess. Stop talking to me! Billy the Goat. Then stop talking about me. Laughing Princess. They asked me a they asked me a question and I answered. That was it. Why are you so childish and petty? Oh my God. And you put petty in a capital P. So I write back. Billy the Goat. Childish, didn't you say stop talking to me? And here you are, talking to me. Bleh, with a sticky out tongue emoji. I've given you plenty of chances to let this go, but you won't, which is fine by me, as this is very educational. I don't see any question being asked of you by Observer 1 or 2. Well, Observer 2 did ask what's wrong, but there wasn't a question mark. But I do see you bringing me into your response to them. At this rate, some might think we are a couple. Come on, that's funny. Don't think I haven't noticed you avoiding all my points I make, and constantly trying to make this about me. This is about people like you, who want to have a good laugh in order to feel superior, and then call it healing. And after that, either the author or she was booted off the community, but the thread disappeared. And that is how you give someone a taste of their own medicine. A bit of a shame, as I wanted to add another post saying, if you finish defending your ego and realize it doesn't help you, rather makes you look like a fool, then we can get on to proper healing. See, I don't want to make fun of her, but that's what she wanted. So as funny as all this is, she said it herself, petty. Remember, people are hurting, and this is how they deal with it. So we wish her well on her journey, not to be virtuous. With ego in check, there is no need to feed it, but for her own sake. Take care, everyone.